Recording. Hi, good afternoon to everybody. So this is the general presentation. It is quite short, but we are saying a few things that will have an influence on the metaverse presentation. So first of all, who is MPAI? MPAI is moving picture, audio, and data coding by artificial intelligence. We are located in Geneva, in Switzerland. We are international, no-profit, and unaffiliated, and we develop standards for AI-enabled data coding. And to answer your question, what is data coding? Well, by data coding, we mean the format that you adopt for the purpose of handling some type of data. Why is that impact? It's the fact that there's a lot of AI application, but most of them do not consider interoperability because they are closed ecosystem. But because we know that standard data format, where the root of the success of media standards, digital media standard, we think that the same should happen for artificial intelligence as well. So we want to apply the MPAI method, successful one, to AI-enabled data coding. Point is that artificial intelligence is not data coding. Actually, it is quite a different, and so we'll see something about that. First point, we are not competing with standard bodies that deal with the foundational aspects of artificial intelligence. We try to define interfaces between components that have a function. Component do something, they require data in, and they produce data out. So this is where we are focused. But we are focused on the function on the data, not how all this is implemented. We want, to the extent possible, to have data that have a defined syntax and semantics, because this helps to explain how an AI application works, which is one of the concerns that we have today. So this is our organization. We have a General Assembly that includes members. We have board of directors, but General Assembly, what is important, because from the General Assembly, we have a standing committee that is called Requirement Standing Committee, and there are a few groups depending on it. In particular, the group that develops the metaverse, the MPAI metaverse model standardization. And we have other development committees dealing with the standard that we have already published and their continuation. Standards are important, and because of that, we wanted to have a rigorous process. The rigorous process has 8 steps in our case, but let me focus on the important one. We define use cases and functional requirements, because that is at the basis of what the standard should do. But then we also develop a framework license that will tell how you can use the standard. Then we issue a call for technology, where we ask, do you have technology that are good, that are capable of handling the data with the functional requirements? If so, please submit. Then we develop a standard. Before publishing it, we post it for community comment, and then we publish it. So here I'm giving a short overview of this 11 standard that we have published. The important one is the fact that, as I have already said, we are looking at components. Because if we have an application that we have to standardize something about it, we subdivide the application in smaller components, and we call them AI modules. We aggregate the AI modules interconnected in some way according to a topology in AI workflows, and the workflows are executed in a standard environment. It's called AI framework. And this is exactly the name of the first standard that I'm talking about. So this is the reference model. This is in the case of the MPAI metaverse model. This is not relevant yet, but in any case, it is relevant for many other MPAI standards. Then it's very important to be aware that standards are useful to the extent they are accessible and they are timely available. This is not always true because of that, we have this policy that before initiating a standard, we develop a framework license. Actually, not us, but the members. And the framework license is not a license because the license does not contain indication of money, percentage, rates, and so on. But the license will be issued not after products are on the market and at price comparable with similar standard technologies. During the development, any member making a contribution declares it will make its license available according to the framework license. So that is a commitment that we request from those who make contributions. And after the development, members holding IP, and I underline the fact that these members holding IP, MPAI is not part of this process, they select the patent pool administrator. So let me go to the second standard, MPAI ecosystem. What's this? Every time you develop a standard, you are triggering the creation of an ecosystem. MPAI is no different. So we develop standards, we have implementers. Implementers submit their implementation to performance assessor because we wanted to make sure that people using the implementation of our standards get a satisfactory experience, or at least an experience that is measurable in some way. So if the assessment is positive, then this is communicated to the implementers, but it's also communicated to an entity that is called MPAI Store. What's the MPAI Store? The MPAI Store is a not-for-profit company that exists. It's incorporated in Scotland. They verify the security of the implementation, they test the conformance, and they check the performance. The implementer then submits the implementation to the store. The store makes the test that I have described, and then the implementation is posted to the website where end users can download and possibly provide information about their experience. So this is contained in a standard that is called Governance of the MPAI ecosystem. There are more standards, actually 9 of them, standards on audio, on finance, on connected autonomous vehicles, on human-machine communication, multimodal conversation, MPAI metaverse model, which is what I'm going to talk in a minute, and neural network watermark, object and scene description, and portable avatar format. These are the standards that we have developed. We have other activities, of course. We have developed 2 technical reports related to the metaverse. We are developing a standard for artificial intelligence for health, and another on extended reality venues, in particular for the case of live theatrical stage performances. And we are exploring new opportunities in the area of video coding and server-based predictive multiplayer gaming. One important point is that MPAI is not alone in the world, so we have teamed up with the IEEE, which is a respected standards organization, not just a standard organization, but this is what we are interested in. And we have submitted 9 of our standards, and 5 of them have already been completed the process, and they are. And now IEEE standards, for instance, the multimodal conversation is 3300. And the other one are in the process of being adopted. And so I'm proud to say that all this has been achieved in a little more than 3 years, which is when MPAI has been established. So this is is the last presentation of the 8 presentation that we had this week. In a couple of hours, I suppose, you should be able to go to the MPAI website. You go to the presentation tab, and you will see all the presentation, including this one. So with that, I'm looking forward to working with you on the exciting MPAI projects. Our motto is join MPAI, share the fun, build the future. And this is the link to our website, which is simply mpai.community. With that, I close this presentation and I start a new one.